Alright, DIY Dog here. Today I'm going to be replacing the ambient light sensor on the 2001 Chevy Silverado. I've noticed ever since I had this truck, I got it in 2021, that my DRLs did not work. My headlights stay on all the time, and they're not supposed to. I went and bought new bulbs for the DRLs, and when I took the old bulbs out, I noticed that the sockets were pretty much melted. So I went and I replaced the sockets, and I noticed bought new bulbs, and it still didn't work. So then I started doing some troubleshooting. I checked the DRL fuse, it was good. The DRL relay, I checked that. I tested it with the 9-volt battery. What you do is you put the negative terminal on pin 85, and you put the positive side on pin 86, and you should hear the relay click. I also tested it with a multimeter, and they say you should get a reading of between 50 and 200. Mine was showing 86, so I knew the relay was good. So the only thing that was left was the ambient light sensor. So I bought the GM part off of Amazon. It's part 12450120. It was about $18 off Amazon. So I'm going to try to stick this in and see if this solves the problem. All right, I'm going to test this this relay using a 9-volt battery. And to test if the relay is good, you're supposed to put the pin number 85 on the negative terminal and pin 86 on the positive terminal. And then this one, 85 is at the bottom left and 86 is at the top right. So now I'm about to see if I can hear this click. 85 to negative, 86 to positive. Yes, so you do hear a click. And another way to test is using a multimeter. Using the multimeter, I should have a resistance of between 50 and 200. I've already got my positive terminal connected. Now I'm going to put this on pin 85, or the negative terminal, and I should have a reading between 50 and 200. And I'm sitting, it's fluctuating between 83 and 86. So we know the relay's good. Now see, this is with the old ambient light sensor. I have my switch to the on position, and I pull the transmission down into drive. And typically when you put the car in drive, that is when the DRLs turn on. But as you can see, the DRLs are not on. My headlights are actually on. So now I'm going to replace the DRL sensor and show you that the DRLs come on and the headlights turn off. This is the old DRL sensor. See if I can get it out of here. Oh, that's gone. All right. Trying to do it with one hand is really a task. See if I can get that out of there later. All right. This is the new DRL sensor. All right, the new DRL sensor is in. Let's see if I can point that towards the light. All right, now I'm gonna turn the switch on, pull it down to drive. Boom, DRLs are working. All right, now as far as replacing the ambient light sensor, once you get your dash popped out and you pull your radio out, some people can actually reach back there and they can twist the light sensor out without taking the top of the dash off, but my hands are way too big for that. So I actually had to take the top of the dash off. So if you look over here on the driver's side, if you take the fuse panel off, there are 2 Phillips head screws. You take those out, and then I believe you have 5 of these screws. They are, I think, 9/32 or 7 millimeters. And there's 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of those screws. And then you're going to pop these vents out, and behind these vents is a Phillips head screw. On this one by the passenger side door, you pop that vent out, there's another Phillips head screw. Once you get all those screws out, if you look up inside here where the vents are, there is a plastic tab that you have to push in. And these tabs, is one inside the other vent as well, they release this bar. And you're going to have to press those tabs in like one at a time maybe, unless you have help. And just as you press it in, pull on the bar a little bit until that bar pops all the way out. Once you get that bar out, then you want to remove your A-pillars, because there's a little groove right here in the side of the dash. So take your A-pillars out. Once you get that out, you can kind of lift this dash up a little bit, reach under here and turn this light sensor. I can't remember which way it screws in and out, but if you turn it, it'll fall down in the hole. And at that point, everything is out of the way. You just want to slide the dash. You can take it completely out, or you can just slide it back far enough to change out this sensor. And then you put everything back the same way. You twist the sensor back in. You push this back, push the top of the dash all the way back into the clips. Then you want to put your screws back in. Remember, there's 2 Phillips head in this side, in this panel. And then you put your Phillips head here, there, and then you want to slide this bar back in. And then don't forget about your 5 screws. They are 7 millimeters. They go all the way around to the other side, and those 2 Phillips head screws as well. And that's pretty much all it is to it, to changing out the ambient light sensor. Again, if you can do it without moving the top of the dash, more power to you, but my hands are too big. Thanks for watching DIY.